Good evening. Tonight, the USTA and the International Tennis Hall of Fame pay tribute to the incredible women who comprise the original 9. Joining us on court tonight, please welcome USTA Chairman of the Board and President, Mike McNulty. USTA Chief Executive of Professional Tennis and US Open Tournament Director, Stacey Allister. 1971 US Open Champion and President of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, Stan Smith. And the CEO of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, Todd Martin. And now tonight's guests of honor. They are trailblazers who paved the way for women's professional tennis and so much more. And we are so thrilled that 6 members of the original 9 could be with us tonight here in New York. Please welcome Billie Jean King. Valerie Ziegenfuss. Kerry Melville Reid. Julie Heldman. Peaches Bartkowicz. And Rosie Casals. Just over 50 years ago, this group of fearless women altered the course of women's sports history and its future. Take a look.
50 years ago, with the stroke of a pen and a $1 contract with Gladys Heldman, 9 brave women bet on themselves, their gender, and their sport, laying the groundwork for everything and everyone that followed.
In 1970, money was beginning to come into tennis, but almost all of it was going to the men.
All at a time when women in society were seeking more.
Things were starting to change, and I think we recognized that and felt that we needed to make our move. We'd sort of been playing with the men and getting less and less.
Shortly before the U.S. Open, word came the Pacific Southwest Open, held in Los Angeles, was offering women a pittance in prize money. So long, L.A. Hello, Houston, and the Virginia Slims Invitational.
But the 9 of us were willing to give up our careers for the rest of our lives and never play again for this opportunity to start something.
Thus was launched the Virginia Slims Circuit, offering more than $300,000 in prize money. In 1973, the creation of the WTA, and what has since become a multi-million-dollar circuit, the most lucrative women's sport in the world.
The lessons that you taught about staying unified, doing it together, you can always achieve more, that lives on.
Thank you, Original 9.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Original 9.
Thank you, Original 9.
Thank you, Original 9.
Thank you, Original 9.
Thank you so much for all you've done.
Thank you, Original 9. Without your courage, we would not have the opportunity that we all have today.
And now please welcome a pioneer in her own right, Stacey Allister.
What a night for the history of women's tennis. Billie, Valerie, Kerry, Julie, Peaches, and Rosie. And to Judy and Kristy and Nancy, who aren't here with us, and of course, to Gladys. I stand here in awe of you and with tremendous respect for all of you. Not only because I've had the pleasure of working with each of you, but because of the impact you have had on my life and my career. I would not be standing here today as the first female tournament director of the US Open if it were not for you and your courage to pave the way and break down the barriers. Your brave actions 51 years ago changed the course of history, not only for all those amazing female athletes that we saw on the screen, but for all women everywhere. And Rosie, I would like to quote you tonight. You are living proof that when women stand together, anything is possible. Thank you on behalf of the USTA, on the generation of players today and the future female tennis players. Congratulations on your induction to the International Tennis Hall of Fame.
And now, on behalf of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, the legendary Stan Smith.
Thanks, Blair. Earlier this summer, the original 9 were honored for their immense contributions to the sport of tennis, with an ultimate honor of being inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is committed to celebrating tennis history and honoring those who made a transcendent impact on the sport. And the original 9 certainly fit that bill. You, of course, see just 6 women up here, and I would like to acknowledge the 3 members of the original 9 who couldn't be here tonight. Kristy Pigeon, Judy Dalton, and Nancy Richey, as well as the women who signed the $1 contracts with the great promoter Gladys Heldman. It's been a privilege for me to work with these women over the past year and to see their important work in the sport be recognized. Today we are here to celebrate their Hall of Fame recognition by presentation of a one-of-a-kind ring presented only to the best of the best in our sport. I'd like to ask Todd, Stacy, and Mike to help me present these rings.
Congratulations. And now it is time to hear from these amazing women.
Can you take this for me? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm so lucky to be with all of them tonight to celebrate. There were 3 reasons that we wanted to do this for the future generations. We were willing to give up our careers for them. These are the 3 things. Number 1, that any girl born in this world would have a place to compete. Number 2, that we would be appreciated for our accomplishments, not only our looks. Number 3, and the most important, to finally be able to make a living playing the sport we had the passion to play. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what a real treat to come back to my favorite tournament in the world. I love this tournament. Thank you to the USTA for this wonderful invitation. And thank you to the International Tennis Hall of Fame for our ring. It's gorgeous. I'll never take it off. And for this honor. Thank you very much.
Hi there. It's an honor to be here with the rest of the original 9. It seems it was like 50 years ago since we played our first tournament, and to see where women's tennis has come in that time is just amazing. I also want to give a shout out to my Australian compatriot Judy Dalton, who's back in Australia and stuck here. So we miss you, Judy. Bye, Alfred. Bye, Alfred.
51 years ago, I was one of 9 brave women who signed a contract for $1 with my mother, Gladys Heldman. And together, we stood up for the present and the future of women's tennis. Thank you so much to the International Tennis Hall of Fame and to the USTA for this wonderful event and this terrific honor.
Hello, I'd like to thank the USTA and the International Hall of Fame for inviting us to this event to celebrate our 51st. It was supposed to be 50th, but we weren't here last year. And our recent induction into the International Hall of Fame. It is truly an honor, and thank you again.
Thank you. I guess I'm the closer, and it's great to be back and to see what 50 years has brought women's tennis, and we saw some of it today, and we'll resume tonight with the other semifinals. It's been just a terrific journey with this original 9. They were brave. I was part of it. I'm so proud to be a part of all of this that has happened for women's tennis. I thank the USTA and the International Tennis Hall of Fame. I do want to read one quote, so if you bear with me, it's from my dear friend, Billie Jean. And it's the original 9 showed up, stood up, and spoke up. So, to all of us, thank you, and it's been a great night.
Congratulations. Thank you all again for being here. And now, back to the tennis and 2 women who are following in your footsteps.
Thank you for celebrating these trailblazers of women's sports. Billie Jean King, Valerie Ziegenfuss, Kerry Melville Reid, Julie Heldman, Peaches Bartkowicz, Rosie Casals, as well as Judy Dalton, Kristy Pigeon, and Nancy Richey.